Hello everybody, this is Maria again with the Wreath Meshine, coming to you on Thanksgiving night. It's almost the day after Thanksgiving, but I'm still awake. So I'm going to do another tutorial video for y'all. So tonight I'm going to do a Valentine's Day simple basic wreath. Just mesh, ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to do again the tweed mesh but in red like the other video I made initially, and I'm gonna show you from scratch how to do it. I'm gonna add the bows on. I'm not gonna do a sign this time because I want to build up to that eventually. So just for now I'm gonna go ahead and do the basic wreath with some bows, handmade bows. So I'm gonna post this, and like I said, like usual, if y'all have any comments, questions, etc., just post them in the box, and I'd appreciate thumbs up and some positive good comments are appreciated. So let me go ahead and get started. Alright. I already went ahead and put my ties on the frame, and if you want another video on how to do these ties on the frame, you can just watch the first video that I made. It shows in depth how to do this. Essentially, I got a 14-inch frame. This is a Dollar Tree frame. It's a different color than usual, but sometimes they come out with different colors. There's 12 pipe cleaners that go all the way around. They're all wrapped around the two center rails. So I hit the crossbar one with one, I go in between, then I hit another crossbar in between, another crossbar, and I go all the way around, and it makes 12. So I'm able to do a wreath base that's not see-through with one roll of mesh every time. I cut each piece of mesh about 27 inches, okay? I do 27 inches because it's not going to give me too much or too little on the roll. I'll have enough left every time just in case they short me a little bit. So that's my whole justification for that. Alright, so what I do when I make my mesh, curls, whatever, so I'm going to go and I'm going to fold 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 times. I flip it over. Okay, I gather with my fingers. Try and keep it as centered as possible, right? And then I get to the end, and there's this little natural curl. I just gather that into my ruffles, and to me, it makes something that looks pretty good. Okay? And then if I have any issues, I just kind of pull it a little, and then I start on one of the crossbar pipe cleaners. Sorry if I get off camera, y'all. I got a new camera and I'm trying to figure this one out now. I was using my phone before, and now I'm using a Sony blogger camera. So excuse me because I'm getting used to this too. Let me see here. Alright. Trying to stay on screen and keep talking. Remember all this stuff while I'm working because I'm usually not doing that. So I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Ours was nice and calm and peaceful. We had quite a bit of family over, and interesting, fun. Me and my husband made the turkey and the green bean casserole. And everybody enjoyed it and came over, so a lot of fun. My biological son is actually in California right now He just got out of the military, and I haven't seen him during the holidays for at least 5 years. So, hoping to see him next year for the holidays. So he's in school now, and you know, getting on his feet from just getting out of the military. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and you know, I miss him a lot, but I don't want to interrupt his progress. And he is assuring me that he will be home sooner than later. And once he is home, that I'll get sick of him, because he'll be home so much that I won't be able to stand it anymore. But that's what I'm hoping for. But I'm proud of him, and I'm sometimes in disbelief that he came for me, because he's so motivated in life that kind of trips me out. But thankful for that, and he's self-motivated, and thankful to God that he was raised well and he absorbed it, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted at all. So, like I said, I'm going to do 12 of these ruffles here. Do y'all have kids in the military or family in the military? My whole family's pretty much military. My parents were in the military for a little bit. I was in the Air Force for 4 years. I did a few years in the reserves. My brother was in the Navy. My parents were in the Army. My mom's dad was in the Army. Yeah, we got a lot of military in our family. I think the military is an awesome thing, because you know, you don't realize how much you can get out of the military until you're in there and you serve, and you just think you're serving and you're just doing a job, and then you get out and you're like, wow, I get all these benefits. Wow. Get a VA loan for my house and get all kinds of stuff. There's just so much you don't even realize. I get my school paid for. I get to travel around and see the world. I get job training for free. I feel like a recruiter right now, but I'm just saying, if you have people in your family that are kind of questioning life and they don't know what direction to go, especially if they've got out of high school or college and they have no idea what direction to go, military might be good. And no, you don't automatically go getting deployed overseas and all that stuff. I mean, everything's related to your job, and just make sure, no matter what you do, you get your job in writing, because there's not many things guaranteed in the military, and the job can be one of them. If you get it in writing and you wait for the one that you want, you're good. But anyways, that's my spiel about the military. It's a good thing, though. It teaches you discipline most times, and you get something out of it, obviously. You serve your country and you do something good. Alright, y'all. So this is where I get to the part where I'm going to put the pipe cleaners through this layer, and I'm going to build my second layer of ruffles, and you'll see what I mean in a minute if you haven't seen it yet. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and clip off my first set of 6 pipe cleaner stems, okay? And you might want to do this too, so you don't get confused on what's what. So all the pipe cleaners that are on my ruffles at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and twist them to secure them, and then I'm going to cut off the excess, okay? I'm liking this new camera. Oh, and this is tweed mesh. You could probably type in this number on the internet. I think I got it from trendytree.com. The item number is XB as in boy 235710-12. So it's 10 yards of red and white tweed mesh with a little bit of metallic in it. And I got it, I believe, at Trendy Tree, but there's a lot of places that sell the tweed mesh. You just gotta kind of search for it, and it sells out fast. So if you want it, please get it sooner than later, especially with Valentine's coming up. I've been doing this long enough, y'all, that when I see something, especially if it's new or, you know, it's rare and original, after being in this craft field for so long, you kind of know when stuff is gonna sell out pretty quick. So I just get it, y'all. I just buy it, even if I'm overbuying or I don't have a plan for it at the moment. If I know in my little hearty heart that I'm probably gonna use it, I just go ahead and buy it, y'all. Because you know what? What's it gonna hurt? If you don't need it later, for whatever reason, you can sell it to somebody else that might need it. You can put it on eBay, put it on whatever, Etsy, doesn't matter. Alright, y'all, here we go. So, like my other tutorial showed, what I'm gonna do is, on this bottom part of the frame, there's this pipe cleaner. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna feed it through these two ruffles overlapping each other, okay? So all I'm gonna do is take it, and I'm gonna jiggle it, and I'm gonna push it through, and I'm gonna quickly pull it through, because like a band-aid, and I'm doing it right above the frame, as close as I can get to the frame, where it is on the frame. The faster you can pull it through, the better, because the slower you are at it, sometimes the pipe cleaner will bunch up and it'll nick and catch and all that mess, and then you're gonna have to straighten it out and pull it back through again and blah blah. Nah, let's just try our best to get it through the two layers. Make sure your ruffles are layered on top of each other, because you want the pipe cleaner to go through both layers overlapped, because you want them to stay in place. That's why I do this with the pipe cleaner, because it keeps my ruffles in place, it keeps them from spinning, it keeps them from bunching and getting all out of whack. I mean, as far as I know, I haven't been doing this technique that long, but I haven't heard any bad feedback about it, so it should be doing what it's supposed to be doing. When you have return customers, they'll let you know if you ask them, like, hey, how's your wreaths? How are your wreaths doing? Are they fading? Are they messing up? Do you have any feedback for me? And usually your customers will let you know. I got another tip, y'all. It's like right now I'm having a hard time feeding this pipe cleaner through. Okay. These little needles here, this little plastic needle, you can actually get this from like Walmart in the craft section, like the crochet section. It's just a little needle, right? But it's got a big eye that you can feed the pipe cleaner. You can feed the pipe cleaner through it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, if you have this problem anytime, you get the end of the pipe cleaner, you feed it through, you hook it through. Let's see if I can see the end of the pipe cleaner, and you hook it through, okay? And then if you're having a hard time, you just pass it through. You should be able to pull it through nice and neat. So that's just a little another tip that another wreath maker showed us a long time ago. And we can do that when we're having issues. Tie this one. And that comes in handy when you're doing a wreath and it's really thick, and for some reason you can't get your pipe cleaner through, your layers and you can't see and you're like getting frustrated and it's taking too long. It shouldn't take you longer than 20 seconds to get your pipe cleaner through and tie it. If it takes longer than that, just use a needle, y'all. Just use a needle. Alright. Okay, y'all. So that's good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and go forward with my second layer of mesh. So this is going to be ruffles 6 through 12. Let me get y'all, I'm in a tiny room, working in a tiny little room, so I have limited space. Sometimes you gotta put your mesh in different places to be able to do your work, but do what you gotta do. Alright. I do, on one end of the mesh, I do a lot of curls, and the other end, I just let it curl how it wants to, and I don't do a bunch of curls, and to me it looks fine. Everything blends in with each other, y'all. You don't have to worry about all these specifics. You know how it looks, you know what people like. You know, if you do this technique and for some reason you don't like it, you could always do a different one. Learn a different way. Watch another wreath maker's tutorials. I mean, you don't have to stick to one technique. And there's different techniques for different kinds of wreaths anyways. So over the years, when you start doing this long enough, you will learn how to do things different ways, you know. So you could try something initially in the beginning, and if you don't like it, you can switch to something else. Heck, some people do wreaths in the beginning and then they end up not liking it, or they get carpal tunnel or some kind of hand or wrist issue and they can't do it anymore. So they gotta find something totally different to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, because some people have multiple talents. Some people go back and forth between crafts so that they don't wear their eyes out like jewelry makers, so they switch to something else for a couple years. You know, I used to do jewelry for a little bit, and I kept straining my eyes. So I'm like, yeah, this is not good for me. I was doing like little macrame bracelets and doing all that tying and stuff, and oh my gosh, my eyes were like screaming at me. Please stop. Anyways, so if y'all have questions about this ruffle technique, like I said, I have the video posted, the first video I made with the blue wreath base going all over the place. Y'all can watch that one and it will reinforce the technique. Like I said, I'm trying to use these videos as building blocks to show people how to get started with wreath making. You know, I kind of hopped right into it. Most people, to my knowledge, have been doing wreaths for a while. You know, some people don't need as much instruction as others, but I'm just going with the Barney style explanations, and like I said, trying to do building blocks, because some people do their videos and they jump to complicated stuff, or they don't give enough explanations. And I am an explanation person. I'm a hands-on person. I gotta see and do. I can't just you can't just tell me. I gotta see it. And I also have to have the rationale behind things to understand why it's done so that it makes sense to me, which I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't need that. But every time I do a job, I ask a lot of questions, y'all. And I feel like I'm the only one that does that sometimes, but I have to know why something's done to understand the foundation for it. And that way when I do it, I know why I'm doing it and I know it gets done right. I don't just like doing stuff just for, excuse my language, shits and giggles. I want to know why I'm doing something. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, I got a little ADHD going on, so, you know, I have to have stuff like that. Maybe it's from the military. I don't know. I just have to know why. And if you have little strands on the end sticking out and you don't like them, chop them off. Makes things look neater. I'm very concerned with my wreaths and making them look streamlined and clean and organized. I don't like messy. I don't like my stuff looking like it fell off the back of an 18-wheeler and got run over, but that's just my thing. Some people, everybody does stuff different. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you do, that's what you do. You know, everybody out there that buys wreaths, everybody's got a different style, has a different taste, has a different price range. So that's the thing. You can learn from one person. You don't have to do exactly what they do. You know, you do what you like. Of course, there's certain things everybody likes and doesn't like. Alright, y'all. So let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and do... Alright. Okay, the base is done. You see? It's not see-through. It's not see-through. And this should go for any mesh that you use. If you use my technique, you should be able to do one 10-yard roll of mesh, 10 by 10, 10 inch wide, 10 inch long, 10 inch wide by 10 yards long. Cut it into 27-inch strips by 12 to fit in each pipe cleaner. And you should be good to go. And you should have a full, fluffy enough wreath that's not see-through. So you buy one roll of mesh, and you use it, that should be all you need for each wreath, okay? It's not going to be huge. And it's almost a pancake wreath that could fit in between a screen door. So that's another good thing also. So killing multiple birds with one stone, right? That's what we want to do. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Go ahead and get this. Move the wreath out of the way for a minute. And I'll bring it back when I put the bow on. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to do this truck and heart bow or ribbon to make the bow, and this other heart ribbon. I don't know what they're called. They're checkered, plaid, something like that. Buffalo check with a truck and this kind of plaid looking one. So I'm just doing these to show y'all basically what to do. And on your wreath, you can leave a spot for a sign, which is totally up to you. But on this one, I'm going to go ahead and put a bow in every spot. So I'm going to make 3 of each design. Or so, I might add in an extra. Bow. Anyways, so again, I'm going to measure my tail. So I'm going to go about 6 inches. This time I'm going to measure a little different. Alright, I'm going to go to the 5-inch. Gather. Again, we want the nice side of the ribbon facing towards us. And the inside of the ribbon that doesn't look good, we want it to stay not towards us. So when we make the loop, I'm going to fold it over on the end, and I'm going to hold this side. That's done. The other side, I'm going to go to the mark I want, and then fold it over, gather, put it in the fingers. The side I just finished, I'm going to hold. The other side, I'm going to pinch and twist. Drop it down. Position your loops. Oops. Position your loops where you want them to point, essentially. Now I'm going to go to, I'm going to do this enough times, y'all are going to absorb. I'm going to fold over on the 5. I'm going to gather my ribbon, put it in the fingers, hold on the left, pinch and twist on the right, bring it down. See how the ugly side of the ribbon is getting hidden inside of the loops? So you can't see the ugly side, because this is a single side printed ribbon, but of course it shows through the other side. So we don't want the ugly side showing, so that's how we hide it. Measure to the 5. I'm going to gather, put in the fingers. I'm going to hold on the left and pinch and twist on the right and bring it down. And as I'm doing this, I'm spreading my loops apart, which in the end is going to get my design situated. Alright, so I'm going to pinch and twist on the undone side, lower it down. Okay, now I'm going to go to 4 inches. I'm going to go to the 4-inch mark, do the same thing. Fold it over a little at the 4. I'm going to gather, fold, gather, pinch and twist on the undone side, bring it down. Bring it to the 4. Don't be afraid to move your bows or your loops around while you're working, because you're just going to, in the end, fluff them out and all that stuff. It's not a big deal, y'all. I know it seems scary, but it's nothing is not, am I saying it right? There's nothing you can't fix, in other words. Pinch a twist. 4. So I'm doing 2 4 inches. Okay, that was the last 4-inch. So I got, oops, sorry y'all. So I have 3 5-inch, I have 2 4-inch, and now I'm fixing to have 1 on each side of a 3-inch loop. Alright, I'm going to go to the 3-inch. I'm going to fold it down. I'm going to gather. And then I'm going to put in the fingers and hold my done side, pinch and twist on the other side, bring it down. Then I'm going to do the same thing at the 3 mark. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Let me see. I should have probably questioned that earlier, huh? Okay. 3 mark. I'm going to gather, and this is the final loop of the bow. I am not going to pinch and twist anymore. All I'm going to do is gather, put it in between the fingers, drop it straight down. And what I'm going to do is, since I have my first tail pointing down, I'm going to cut, what was it? I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to put my tail facing the opposite direction. So I'm going to have one tail going down and one tail going up. And let me see, this one was a little shorter than 6, 5.5. Yeah, I need to cut it down. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Yeah, I don't measure. Whatever looks good. That's what I'm good with. Alright. So, like I've said before, I'm going to start spreading out and fluffing Stick my two, three fingers inside, run it through the loop, right? I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. And all I'm doing is checking each loop and seeing where it's at. And you know, 3, you're going to spread it out 3. 2, you're going to spread it out 2 directions. You got 1, obviously that goes in the middle, okay? Got my tails, and then I'm going to grab me a zip tie. You don't have to do a zip tie, y'all. It's up to you. I do the zip tie because I feel like it secures it better for me. I don't have to worry about anything falling out of my hands and going crazy like if I just did it with a pipe cleaner by itself, which I need a couple of pipe cleaners. Get the pipe cleaners you need to secure your items. Okay, so I'm going to take my pointer finger and my middle finger. I'm going to put them underneath the bow around these two, I'm going to put them under the bow on each side of these fingers. I'm going to lift up, and my zip tie is going to stay a little loose until I am done organizing my loops and putting them in the right place. Okay, bring it down underneath. So I'm gonna leave my zip tie about 80% closed and leave it a little bit open so that I can go ahead and adjust my loops the way I need to. Okay, and when you have it where you like it, then and only then do you close the zip tie, because once you close the zip tie, oh my gosh, you're not going to be able to get things moved around because it's going to be in place. Okay, so that is my suggestion. So just keep going back and forth with your fingers on each side of the zip tie until you feel like your bow is in the right shape. You can close your zip tie down slowly or all at once. It's up to you. Okay, I think I'm good. Tie it tight. Cut off. Then bring back my wreath. Okay, so look at here. I'm going to take one of these bows. I'm going to place it in the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to tie it up. Okay. And y'all, if you're just watching and you just want to buy a wreath, you can go to my website, www.thewreathmeshine.com. I have a gallery there. The tutorials are also on there if you want to watch them. There's a lot of other information on there about wreaths, and there's a shop on there. And if you for some reason can't locate my shop to buy a wreath, you can always go on Etsy and type in the Wreath Meshine, M-E-S-H-I-N-E, because meshine, this is machine. Y'all can buy wreaths from Etsy or thewreathmeshine.com. Also, if you have any questions or anything you want to send me an email, you can send me some through there or on YouTube in the comments box. It's up to you, because I know not everybody on here is looking at this to make wreaths. Maybe you end up watching it and you're like, yeah, this isn't for me, but you still want to buy a wreath. So you can go to thewreathmeshine.com and take a look, and just if you want something, just let me know. All right, So that's number 1. All right. And let me do my other ribbon. And you can do the same bows with the same material at the same time, but I'm just trying to do something a little different. Oh, so we're gonna do our fishtail on our ribbon. I forgot to tell you. I get so used to just going. So we're gonna take our ribbon. We're going to take our scissors pointing upwards, and we're just gonna cut at an angle, and this is gonna make our fishtail. See? Okay? You can do it however you want. That's just how I do it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and measure. Go ahead and measure to 5.5. I'm going to gather. And this is another single-sided printed ribbon. See how the back's, it looks almost like it, but it's faded. The other side is bright. That is a single-sided printed ribbon. Alright, I'm going to go down, pinch and twist, lay my tail down. Let me see, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. 3 loops on each side at 5 inches, okay? I think the last tutorial I did a different size loop, but like I said, you can do them however you want. It's up to you, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to go to the 5. I'm going to fold it over a little, and please, 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 I can't stress this enough. Please use wired ribbon. Wired. Not gross grain, not unwired, no. You got to have wired, or it is not going to hold its shape. You're going to get pissed and frustrated, and you're going to throw it at the dog or the cat at the wall, burn it up, then you're going to burn your house down. Look, y'all, just do the right thing and get wired ribbon. I cannot stress that enough. Wired ribbon is the foundation of what we wreath makers do. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. I know I get used to doing this stuff and I don't say it, but oh my gosh, when I say it, please hear me, y'all. When I tell you anything, please hear me, because I'm not just saying this just to say it. No, there is a reason. Like I said, you learn the foundations and the fundamentals of why you do things. Wired ribbon keeps its shape. The other ribbon just falls, right? We don't want that. We want fluffy, poofy bows and loops sticking out everywhere. We don't want flat funkiness. No. All right, now going to the 4. So we were at 5. Going down to 4. Pinch and twist. Like I said, you move your loops out of the way to see what you're doing. 4, fold it down. I just fold it down because it makes it easier for me for things to stay in place. You don't have to fold it down. It's up to you. I think it also kind of helps give it some shape in the end, but like I said, everybody does things their own way. Gather, place, hold on the left, pinch and twist on the other side. You're going to pinch and twist on the side where you're getting ready to make the loop. Okay? You hold on the side that you just got done making the loop. We have no need to keep twisting. Put it in, hold on the right, pinch and twist on the left. Okay? Lay it down. Okay. Now I'm going to do 1 on each side at the 3-inch mark. Like I said, when you've done this enough, you start on the same side each time. You should end on the same side each time. Your brain will get muscle memory and be trained on, if something is not right, your brain's going to go, wow, why am I ending on this side instead of my usual side? And then you're going to realize, ah, I skipped a loop. I missed a loop. I did something by accident. I need to go back and count my loops. And then you find out you missed a loop. So your bow is not right. And you have to go back and fix it. Alright, so we're pinching and twisting our life out over here. So what I'm going to start doing, because I'm getting towards the end of making this bow, I'm going to fatty fluffing out the loops, and I'm going to keep my hand in the middle for a minute so that I don't accidentally yank my material to the other side by accident. Okay. Y'all can move stuff wherever, however you want to move it. It's going to go where you make it go. You control it. It doesn't control you. Okay, so my tail is down here. And so I need a tail on the top. Okay? So I'm going to eye it. Y'all can measure it. I'm just going to do it a wee bit past my loops. And it's good not to waste a lot of material, y'all, because then you run out of ribbon and then you're like, oh no. So yeah, just be careful. You can always trim it down if you need to, so on and so forth. Alright, and then excuse my mess, y'all. Alright, get my zip tie. I'm going to feed it underneath. Like I said, close it about 80-90%. Bring it under. 2 fingers, one on each side of the fingers, underneath the bow. Bring it up. Okay. Fluff it. Bring your zip tie underneath. Sorry, I have to remember to keep my hands on the screen. Okay. Fluff, 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 move. Fluff. Pull it where you need to pull it. Curve it how you need to curve it. Keep your fingers underneath. I don't know if the finger thing is a critical thing, but that's what I do. So, like I said, everybody has their own technique. I've learned techniques over the years watching other people. So when you feel like you got it where you need it, like I said, then and only then would I close my zip tie, which is what I'm going to do right now. Because I feel like I got everything where I need it, right? Cut off my excess. Then I'm going to bring my... And it's okay if the bows get a little squished together. It's okay. You can fluff them and arrange them, the loops later, so that they can be nice with each other. So all I'm going to do is go around a couple times with my pipe cleaner, and I'm going to cut off the excess and fold it down. And then I'm going to spread out my loops. Okay, like I said, you shape and do your bows how you want. You move stuff where you want. Eventually you'll get it to look the way you want, and you'll be good to go. And you don't have to have everything perfect. I mean, you can have things a little disheveled. Main thing is just have consistency, right? All right, let's get on to the next. Let's see. think I'm gonna do a little bit of Harlequin up in here. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Harlequin. Nice, sparkly. This one is RGA 149927. It's a 2-inch. Sorry, I haven't been telling you this. 2-inch. I think I got it on Craft Outlet. It's a sparkly Harlequin. There's different Harlequin ribbons out there. Some have borders, some don't. But like I said, wired. Wired, y'all. Got to get the wired. Right. So I'm going to measure about the same as the other ones. And pinch and twist. Go to the 5. If you need to make them your bows smaller, you can. It's up to you. If you want to make all your loops the same, you can. It's all your decision. I'm going to hold on my left. I'm going to pinch and twist on the right. I'm going to use the same technique. Gather. Some of these ribbons can be a little stiff depending on the makeup of them. Like, this has a lot of glitter, so you just have to be a little more firm with these because they're a little harder to shape. Sometimes if you get in between the design, like where there's not as much glitter, it helps, especially if you like have carpal tunnel or anything like that. I'm just gonna, yeah, pinch and twist, drop. If I miss an item and I don't give you the number for it and you want it, hopefully it's not sold out, just send me a comment and let me know which one you want to know about or what item you want to know about, and I'll do my best to get you the information. Just be patient with me, please, because I'm trying to keep up with the comments on all the videos. And sometimes it takes me a while to get back to people. But I'm trying my best, y'all. Alright, now I'm going to go to the 4-inch. Move up a little bit. Yeah. 4-inch. Fold it. Gather. Pinch and twist. Drop it. Some people hand do their bows, but I need to have a bow maker and I need to be able to measure because I like consistency. I don't like some bows being bigger and smaller than others and all messed up. No, I gotta be able to measure. It's just me. Kudos to those people that can do them without it, though. It takes a lot of talent to do that. Twist, drop. Alright, now I'm going to the 3-inch mark and I'm going to do 1 3-inch loop on each side. 3-inch. Just try not to yank on your ribbon too hard when you're making a loop and you're using 2 hands. 3-inch. Gather. Right. Go ahead and do my tail a little bit longer than the loops. Get straightened out here. I'm trying to do my tails a little shorter because it doesn't, I don't like it all floppy and flippy and stuff. They also have a tendency to start falling over when you have them outside too long and the wind's blowing them and stuff. So to me, a little shorter is better. Alright, let me grab my zip tie. Now you can use whatever zip tie color you want. I usually do black or white. They come in a lot of different colors on different websites out there. I just do black or white because I usually end up putting a pipe cleaner on around it anyways, so not really gonna see it. And it costs extra money to get colored stuff, so why bother? Unless you want to. Okay, shape. Yeah. Okay. Fingers. Fingers on my fingers. Pull it up and out and bring my zip tie to the back and between my fingers. Go ahead and shape it out. Please excuse my mess, y'all. Like I said, I have limited room to work. I see on my screen got a bunch of stuff, but y'all, I'm just trying to teach y'all. Call it a organized hot mess. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate all the love in the comments, and I'm so glad to hear that these videos are helping people. There's glitter. So again, I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to make sure my tails and my loops are fluffed. You can fluff them up if you want. You can fluff them down, sideways, however you want to do it. Like, you should just get my two or three fingers, put them in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. Cut my excess zip tie off. A little bit more here. Right. Yeah, I'm just making something for Valentine's, just essentially for show and tell today. You can zhuzh, I'm going to zhuzh it up later a little more probably, but this is what I'm doing for right now. And your patterns, your colors don't always have to match perfectly. You know, like this makes, to me, is going to make the wreath pop. So in time, your eye will learn how to do different things. You'll have an inventory of ribbon, and you know, you can play with it and make whatever you want, how you want. So I know in the beginning it's hard because sometimes you only have limited colors, and you know, certain mesh and certain ribbon until you build your inventory, which sometimes takes a couple years, I ain't gonna lie, depending on your financial situation. But it's okay. You build your inventory, you go as slow as you need to, and people will buy from you, and then they buy from you, and you take that money and you reinvest it in your business, and you buy your supplies, and you buy your equipment, and you buy what you need. Alright, so we're here right now. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make my other Harlequin black and white. I can put it on the other side. Okay. Go again. So do y'all have any interesting things that y'all make for Thanksgiving? Like, my specialty is the green bean casserole. Yes, and my son loves it, and that's what I do every year, because that's my specialty. And I bust out 10 cans of green beans, and I go to town, and you know, I saute my onions and garlic and spices, and add my green beans and my cream and mushroom soup, condensed, and I just add my fried onions and Pop that bad boy in the oven for about 30-45 minutes and we're rocking. So do y'all have any like specialty dishes that y'all do? Because I want to start doing some more different ones. But you know, you get stuck on the traditional stuff and you know how to make it. And you know people like it. So you get kind of like afraid to step out of the box and do something different because you don't want to disappoint anybody, and you know they're expecting the same thing from you every year because they've gone a year without it. So I'm just curious if anybody has a good cool side dish. Most of the people in my family are diabetic, so it's kind of hard to make a lot of sweet stuff. We just do the regular pies and stuff, maybe some fruit salad. Alright, I'm going to number 4. Uh-oh. Oh, poop. I have another one of these. Hold on, you. Oh, Lord, I might be in trouble. I don't know if I got another one. Oh, crap. Give me just a second, y'all. I gotta look. See? That's what happens when you don't plan ahead. Let me see here. You know what? I might have to substitute. Yeah, I'll find something. It's just gonna have to do. Yep. Alright. That's kind of bad. But I'm not gonna start the whole video over just for that. Let me just do this. Number 4. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the whole. No. Well, you get to see a screw up. I'm just going to show you this for teaching purposes. And I will go back and fix it later, y'all. Pretend you didn't see it. Okay. Alright, so I need one more 4-inch. One more 4-inch. Okay, and now I'm going to go to pinch and twist. I'm going to do, you really can't tell too much. I'm going to do 1 3-inch on each side. Okay. Of course, I run out at the last minute. Lord have mercy. 1, pinch and twist, drop it. This is like some premium bougie ribbon right here. It's got the little, I don't know what it's called. That's a RG08052227. In case anybody's wanting to get it. So it's essentially got the same glitter harlequin print, but it's got little I don't know what those are called. Little hairs on the side. What is that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the verbiage for everything. I'm just trying to make a wreath, y'all. Alright. I like it though. Fancy. Mucho fancy. Muy fancy. Alright. Fluff, fluff. Fluff, fluff. Down. Get my zip tie. So y'all, that shouldn't happen with the other ribbon because I planned ahead on those. You know, something's got to happen, right? Okay, fingers underneath, pull it up, pull my zip tie underneath, between my fingers, move stuff where you need it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, keep my fingers under there in place. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully I'm not keeping y'all up too late. I know there's some people out there that wanted to see a finished wreath, so I'd like to oblige if possible. I'm not working in the morning, so I'm able to do this right now. Normally I don't have the time during the week, but I do right now because it's the holidays. So all right. Pull it, cut the excess off, and bring it directly on the other side. And find my, oh lordy, I think I'm getting tired. Here we go. Liking this new camera. Pretty snazzy. My husband got it for me for my birthday for next month, because he was asking me what I wanted, and I'm like, you know what? I need a fancy camera that has a screen on it so I can see what I'm doing, so I don't have to constantly look down and under at my phone screen, because that was pretty annoying, y'all. Essentially blindly doing things because I could not see my phone screen. So I hope my videos came out okay from before. Y'all said they were good and you liked them, so I'm like, thank you. Because I was struggling and doing the best I could. Alright, we have 2 more bows to do. So let me see here. I'm going to do the truck one. 2.5 inch truck. And I should have plenty of ribbon for that. Please, Lord, let me have enough ribbon. Clean up real quick, y'all. Alright, dovetail. Okay, measure, gather, fingers, pinch and twist, drop it. Again, I'm going to go to the 5 inch. Gather. Finger, pinch and twist, drop it. Okay. Gather. Pinch and twist, drop it. Okay. Gather. Pinch and twist. Drop it. Go to the 5. The item number for this too is 11105-40-01. Should be at craftoutlet.com. Otherwise, you could probably find it on Etsy, Trendy Tree, Deco Exchange. There's a lot of places. I usually just type in the item number on the internet and let it tell me where I can find it, because it's hard going through everybody's website and searching specifically for one thing. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go to 4 inches, fold, gather, pinch and twist, drop it, 4 inches, fold it, gather, pinch and twist, pinch, twist. Start spreading them out, separating them. Try and spread them out and separate them while I'm working, so that in the end I'm not doing all that all at one time, because to me it saves me time. Time is money, y'all. Pinch and twist. Okay, so I did 3 5 inches, 2 4 inches. Now I'm gonna do 1 3 inch on each side. One, pinch and twist and drop. 3 inch. If you noticed so far, I'm starting on one side and I'm ending on the other side. Like I said, your brain muscle memory will get used to that, and if you don't do it, it'll kind of tell you, hey, something's wrong. Go back and check your loops and make sure you have the right amount on each side, because if you don't, you missed a loop, you need to go back and add it in. It happens. We get distracted. We take a phone call. But the good thing is, if you do your bows consistently every time a certain way, and you know how many on each level they're supposed to be, it doesn't take long for you to figure out what's missing. Excuse me for a second. Let me get a drink. Yep. There we go. Zip tie underneath. Put together. Open a little bit. Put your fingers underneath, one on each side. Bring it up. Bring your zip tie under. Separate things out. So this is just separating and fluffing. Separating and fluffing. Your hand in there and wiggle it around best that you can. I know some people have carpal tunnel. We just do the best we can, y'all. Some people take longer, some people do it quick. It depends how I'm feeling that day. Alright, so when you think you got it, backside, pull it. Cut it. And to your wreath, and I'm gonna go in the spot across from it on the other side of the wreath. Going to tie my pipe cleaner. Sorry y'all, it's getting late and I am actually starting to get tired. It's 1 a.m. But this is how much I love doing this. Gotta do what you love, y'all. Gotta do what you love. Gotta love what you do. At least your hobby. Might not love your job, but you gotta at least love your hobby, y'all. That's for sure. If not, you need to find another hobby. Gotta find another hobby. Hobby's supposed to be something you love. Like chocolate, like you love it. Like ice cream, like you love it. You can tell what I like, huh? Alright. Righty then. We have one more. This little 1.5 inch. Okay, and I should not run out of ribbon this time. Hey, progress. Alright. Looked like a unicorn pooped on my table. All this glitter. Man. Alright, y'all. Get this last one done so we can finally go to sleep and stuff. Okay. Fishtail. Dovetail, fish. I don't know, y'all. Fishtail, dovetail, you know. Whatever you want to call it. And the fingers. Pinch and twist. Drop it. Okay, and go to the 5-inch, gather, and pinch and twist, drop it. So the longer you've done this, or the longer you do this, the faster and more efficient you will be. And the more wreaths in a day you should be able to make, okay? Pinch and twist. Like I said, if you have any questions about any of the items that I used today, just pop your question into the comment section. Or if you have questions about any of the techniques, just let me know. Like I said, I will try and get back to you about them as soon as I can. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much for the positive comments. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for letting me... Uh-oh. Here we go again. Yeah, here we go. Thank you for letting me know that the videos are helping you. So I'm going to the 4 inches, y'all. And I'm fixing to run out again. See, sometimes you can't tell on a spool when it looks like you have enough. You just can't tell sometimes. So just make sure you buy a couple spools of ribbon, not one, for when you make a wreath, because sometimes they give you less than what they're supposed to. Sometimes you get more. You don't know how it's going to go. So right here I'm going to stop. I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to grab me another roll. Alright, y'all. You don't have to dovetail. I just do it out of habit. So I've done 2 4 inches and 1 4 inch over here. I need one more 4 inch on this side. And then I'm going to go to my 3 inch on each side. Okay, that, pinch and twist. You won't see the little chop part, don't worry. Then I'm going to go to the 3 inches, gather, pinch and twist. Then I'm going to do one more loop. This is going to be my final loop at 3 inches. I'm not going to pinch and twist it. Just gonna gather it and put it in, and then I'm going to make my final tail of the wreath. Woo! So my tail, first tail's down here. I'm gonna do my tail for up top. Okay. Y'all, I don't know what kind of bow this is called. I don't go by names. I just go by, this is what I do and this is how I like it. And you'll develop a technique that you like for bow making, whether it's this one or a different one, and you'll get good at it, and that's gonna be your signature thing, and that's what you're gonna do. And I don't go by names, y'all. This is what I like. That's it. Okay. Get my zip tie. Whew. Okay. Fingers underneath. Remove it. Put the zip tie underneath. Leave it lightly open. Go ahead and do your loops. Tails. Yeah, make sure your tails are facing the right way, especially because once you do the zip tie and you close it, it's hard to position the tails for sure. So I'm keeping my fingers on each side of the zip tie underneath, and I'm just continuing to position. You can close your zip tie a little bit more as you're working if you feel comfortable doing that. I still keep my fingers in place either way, out of habit. When you're done, close it all the way. Y'all don't get discouraged. These things take practice just like anything else. I've been doing this since like 2018, 2019. I've been doing this for a while, y'all. It takes time. I've watched other wreath makers over the years. That's just how you learn. It's repetition. One day it'll just come together and you'll just be making wreaths and it'll just make sense, and just like anything else. So just be patient. When you work on a wreath, follow through all the way. Don't stop halfway because it don't look right. Not everything's gonna look right all the time. You got to follow through. And you can also change things while you're making something. If you don't like the way it looks, you can do something else. And you can also get a color wheel on Amazon or wherever to help you with your color coordinating. You look at stuff out in the real world and see like patterns on purses and patterns on clothes and the different colors and all that stuff, and that will help you develop your color coordinating, because not everybody has a fashion sense. Not everybody is a good dresser. Not everybody buys clothes that are all bougie and stuff. Maybe you do, that's cool. Not everybody has that fashion sense, you know what I mean? So, you know. But here we go, y'all. This is the completed wreath. See, it's not too thick. You can probably still fit it in between screen doors and stuff. Hopefully y'all like it. And hopefully y'all like this tutorial. Like I said, please leave me a review. Please leave me your comments. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box below. If you don't mind subscribing, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate some thumbs up. If you have anything constructive to add or any questions to ask, feel free to do so. If you want to know about the materials that I used today, just let me know. Other than that, y'all have a happy holiday, and I will try to post some more tutorials as I can come up with the material. And if there's anything you'd like to see, if I can figure it out, I will post the video. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching, and please check out www.thewreathmeshine, that's MESHINE.com. And this is Maria signing off. Y'all have a great one. Thank you.